Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Liza. I do a lot of DIY furniture makeovers. Welcome back, guys. It's been a while. But welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a makeover of this end table. It may look very familiar to you guys. Actually did this makeover probably over a year ago, and it definitely got beat up. So my cat fell in love with this. This was a toy. I had this in my living room, and it was just getting scratched up by her. For some reason, to scratch this thing up, so she pretty much just destroyed this, and I was over it. I really didn't like it anymore. I mean, it's still a beautiful end table, but I was just bored of it and I want to get rid of it. So I'm going to show you guys a simple flip to get rid of your items and sell it on Marketplace. Marketplace is pretty much where I sell a lot of my furniture. If I'm not on Facebook Marketplace, then I am on OfferUp. I used to go on Letgo as well, but Letgo actually was bought out by OfferUp, so they work together now. If I'm not using Facebook Marketplace, I'm using OfferUp, and this is where I usually find a lot of my furniture for really cheap. And this is also where I sell my items once I'm done flipping them. So I didn't record the first step. So what you want to do before you start any piece is you want to take a cloth, rag, whatever it is that you have on hand, and make sure you give the piece a good wipe down. You want to remove any dust, look at her. She's like, what are you doing? You want to remove any dust, any dirt, any grime, anything that you can possibly get off of it before you start. Whenever I'm wiping down my piece of furniture, I like to just take a mental note of what it is that I need to work on before I get to the fun part and start painting. Whenever you are working on a piece for you, it is completely different than working on a piece for a potential customer. You do have to pay attention to the labor. If there are a lot of damages that you do need to repair, you do have to keep in mind that is something that you would have to charge for. The reason for that is because you will have to use materials in order to fix it, and also you spend a lot of time doing that as well. So that's something that you want to keep in mind before you even purchase a piece or pick up a piece. Is what is the resale value? Is it going to be worth it? Is it something that I'm willing to invest that time in? Because you do want to make sure that the profit of the piece is worth it. Hardware. I noticed a lot of people hardly really talk about hardware. Hardware can be really expensive. So you do want to think about that as well when you're picking up your piece. If you want to use the same hardware, a lot of cost-effective ways to, glamify your piece would be to either repaint it, reuse it, just clean it up a little bit. Some people spray paint it, some people hand paint it the same color as the piece. I mean, you can do whatever you want. The options are endless. But if you are going to replace it, you do have to keep that cost in mind as well when you're trying to resell your item. Repair. You want to make sure you take your time with this step. This step is very important because it dictates the end results of your project. You want to make sure that you're very meticulous with this part. You pay attention to all the fine details, because you do not want to go through all of this and you miss a spot, or something isn't smoothed down correctly and you paint over it and you have to do it all over again. So you want to make sure that you take your time, you go through everything that you need to go through, and make sure everything is nice and finished. So now we can get ready for the fun stuff, the painting. Now with paint, you can use whatever paint you want, whatever paint is your preference. The higher quality in paint that you use, just keep in mind that is also going to play a big part in the pricing once you're done with your piece and you get it ready to sell. What I actually still do sometimes is I even mix my paints. That's also a cost-effective way when starting off with flipping furniture. Sometimes you have a little bit of this color, a little bit of that color, and that's also something that I do sometimes when I want to customize a color that I haven't seen or that I don't have. My only tip with doing that is just to make sure that the paint that you're mixing has the same base. If it doesn't have the same base, it's not going to mix well. You can mix any brand that you like, but the paints that you do mix need to have the same base. So I did do a total of 3 coats on the top and 2 on the bottom. The colors do look the same, but they are very similar. The original color was just a white. This color here, it's more of a white tinted gray. I did mix in a white that I had. The other color that I had was more of a really light gray. So it was white tinted with some gray. So I just wanted to make sure that I did get a nice even coat and you didn't see any color difference between the two paints. All right, ladies and gents, so we are at the grand finale. So when you are adding the top coat, you want to keep in mind how the piece is going to be used. So this is an end table, so I did add, I believe, 3 coats on the top and I did 2 on the bottom, just so that the wear and tear on the top, doesn't take a toll on the piece, and it is well protected with the top coat. Now that the top coat is dry, I'm going to add on the hardware. I'm reusing the same one. That one was pretty sturdy, it was still in good condition. It was really nice. It went well with the piece. Now let's rewind and let's take a look at what condition this end table was in when we first started. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I also hope that you guys learned a lot from it. If you do have any other questions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section down below. Also, if you did like this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you so much for taking the time out to watch this video, and I see you guys on the next one.